Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, world. Thank you for joining us on Morning Spring today on Western Spring Television. We apologize for coming a BBI shadow, but we are here right now. Thank you for staying tuned. Femi Ojo is my name, and it's good to be here. And Daniel is here.
Absolutely. Good morning, Femi.
Yeah. Morning.
Yeah, good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, viewers from all over the world. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. Thank you for joining us again on Morning Spring. Emeka Daniel is my name. Do sit back, relax, and enjoy the show as we have a lot for you this morning.
And of course, that is, just like I said, it's a lot, potpourri of so many things to discuss, actually. But then we must, get to it right now. If it truly matters, as we usually say, this is where the conversation about it happens. And if we are ready, of course, we know we are as well. Good morning. All right, and we get talking right now, and we'll start with what is really happening about the alignment, realignment, the opposition camps, many persons coming together from different political backgrounds, different ideologies, just for one purpose, to unseat the ruling party at the center, the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu when the time comes at the polls. But then it's still like 2 years or thereabout away. Then, you know what they say in politics, a day is even too long. But those people are coming back. Now, we have seen some politicians across party lines come up to say that the president has been subtly, weakening the opposition, causing troubles there, by one means or the other, and it's because he wants a one-party state. In fact, recently, one of his media aides, the media aides to the president, one of his aides rather, resigned, and he said he cannot be part of that, at every effort to engender a one-party state. But then we'll get to that conversation. But for now, the candidate of the Labour Party at the 2023 election, P2B, is the latest to say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is responsible, and is the one who has instigated the problem in his own Labour Party. And many persons are wondering, but beware, he's not the first to say it. Segun Showumi of the PDP has said it before. A couple of other politicians across party lines have said it, that the president is hell-bent on destroying the opposition, and so is the one responsible. And that's why many persons are having that conversation. Is Nigeria moving towards a one-party state? We've spoken to a critical stakeholder in the PDP before, Prince Tinubu-led, who said it can never happen. In fact, if every other party will be crumbled, PDP is a brand. Those were his words. And we have Prince Tinubu-led here with us today, virtually, to speak with him and about what the opposition are saying, especially Peter Gregory Obi of the Labour Party. And he said, this is what you get, always right. This is what you get always in Nigeria, because we now live in a country of propaganda and lies, and they manufacture it. The problem we have in the Labour Party is a problem instigated and sustained by the government of today. I don't need to tell you, when you have a party chairman who calls a state governor a dwarf and dwarf thinking, forget about me. So it is not weak. But then the problem in the Labour Party is caused by the government in power. We have Prince Tinubu-led with us today. He is former Deputy Publicity Secretary of the PDP. Prince, good morning. Good to have you again.
Good morning. I'm happy to join you again this morning.
Thank you very much. What is your own, take on what P2B has said? We have spoken to you on this program, just like I said earlier before. And another big voice is saying it and said the government of the day is the one responsible and causing problem across all the other parties. And do you agree with him that maybe the coast is getting clearer now and the government of the day doesn't want opposition at all, according to P2B?
I will give it to President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he is a political strategist and a reasonable politician who knows the impact of what damage opposition parties could do in his administration. We do everything humanly possible to clip their wings or to keep them short. That is not unexpected. It's a political strategy. Anybody, any clever politician will deploy to ensure a smooth administration and ensure that nobody criticizes, except himself. I say this because if you look at the policies and virtually everything that has been going on in this administration, there has not been a single day where civil society organizations or people we know that have been protesting against government policy came out to say, no, we are opposing this. Even at a time when the price of petroleum was extremely high, nobody raised a finger. Unlike in the past, especially during Jonathan's era, when before anything happened, you see them on the street. You see them in Lagos, in Calabar, everywhere. That means the people who organizes this are now with the president. And that is why I'm giving it to him, that he is a clever politician. Coming to what Peter Obi said, yes, that may be true of his political party, because whatever may be the internal crisis, even if you still take it to the judiciary, you are not likely to get a solution, simply because judiciary tends to give judgment. You may say this is an accusation, you may say we will not be able to prove this, but I want to believe it is part of the federal government machination and effort to put the parties in disarray by not giving a concrete and direct judgment, even on issues that borders of political parties. So this may be true of Labour Party, but in PDP, there is a slight difference. Just like I said about the judiciary, I will make an example in PDP, that even created more problems than the one we created for ourselves. The issue of the secretary of the party was taken to court by Anyang. And at the end of the day, the judiciary, the Supreme Court did not, give a clear judgment. It was a judgment to the left and some to the right, which says the party has the right to choose its officers. Whereas the purpose of why I will go to the judiciary is to say, yes, I've been cheated out. I was voted in by 36 states. But here, some governors, about 4 or 5 of them, sat together and said they want to remove me over an issue that is not even in our constitution. That was what he took to court. But instead of the court to give a categorical judgment, you don't have the right to expel him, or you have the right to expel him, they said the party has the right to choose its leader. This more or less created more crisis in PDP, and we are still on it now. Now, coming to the fact that, or to the saying that Asiwaju created problem in PDP, I partially disagree with that. He may use his, there may be his hand in, expanding the crisis, but not that he is the initiator of the crisis in PDP. The PDP crisis started from when we petitioned our constitution. And how do we do this? It's a conventional thing. We all agree that after the expiration of a northern candidate, it rotates to the south. That is, the south should produce the next presidential candidate. Either it's just a political strategy. You cannot have Buhari serving Nigeria as 8 years president, and you now put down an article to continue. That was the beginning of the crisis.
So Prince, you are saying, whatever is happening now in other political parties, in your introduction, you say you might not know what is happening in the Labour, but as far as the PDP is concerned, whatever challenges they are going through is self-inflicted, and Ashiwaju should not be blamed. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. He only catched on it to help us blow it up. That is my submission.
Right. All right. And, you know, apart from that, we have seen these days when politicians, you know, especially those of the PDP as well, when they get to all of a sudden start singing a new song, singing the praises of the president and all of those things, the moment they visit, you just see that they switch allegiance. We have seen it over and over. We saw it with the the spokesman of your 2023 presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, that's Daniel Bwala, who was the spokesman for the presidential campaign of Atiku Abubakar. All of a sudden, after some time, he was saying something like he was neutral, and the follow what's happening is in the cabinet of the president right now. Segun Showumi has visited President Bola Ahmed Tinubu again. The song is about to sing. Who is next that is leaving the PDP?
It is strange and it is a shame. While I believe that, you know, people who are in power, that is the governors, the senators, the reps who are actually in power, may want to converse with the president by virtue of their position. There's nothing wrong there. But when you see people who pledge their loyalty and allegiance to, you know, a PDP and a particular candidate, uploading with the president, you ask yourself, do we have respect? Do we have dignity? Do we have discipline in this country? I was shocked to see Showumi behaving that way, because I remember vividly all the adjectives he used against Bwala when Bwala joined the Ashiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu cabinet. I wouldn't know who is going to be the next, but definitely not me. But the point is, they are not helping our democracy, and it shows the kind of leaders or the people we perceive as leaders in this country. It is as if politicians know everything, just want everything about themselves, not about the masses. Because if you ask for the reason why Showumi went to the president, it did not be too far from, you know, asking for position or whatever. I don't want to believe that nothing did not change hands. I don't want to believe that. You can't visit the president and, you know, just come out just like that without taking something away from it. When I say something, maybe in terms of agreement, understanding, position, contract, you know, apologies, and some other things. But it shows where is the technique of people who behave like this, people who will sleep at PDP overnight and in the morning you see them obnobbing or saying they are APC. Yes, we may have friends, you know, among ourselves in PDP. My best friend is in APC. But when it comes to politics, you know, we disagree and we go our different ways. But when it comes to family matters or as friends, we come together.
Right.
But that is quite different from, you know, obnobbing with somebody you have criticized severally, and we know that you are a stakeholder in PDP. It sends a wrong signal. And if politics is about perception, you have sent a wrong signal about yourself and about the person you represent and the party you represent.
All right. Yeah.
So it's very unfortunate that, you know, Showumi could play that role.
Prince Odeyemi, now, make me understand, since Segun Showumi made that visit yesterday or thereabout, and by the way, the Salah vacation that the president went for in Lagos has afforded him, you know, the opportunity to receive many visitors, many across party lines, including religious leaders as well. Now, it was the turn of Segun Showumi to visit the president, and he has been getting the sticks. People already, you know, making, you know, allegations, oh, he wants to defect, possibly by his body language, or things are about to change. And the moment you visit the president, things will change. And you have just said it right now that possibly you are disappointed in the move of Segun Showumi, a lot of those things. But the governor in your home state Governor Ademola Adeleke, his elder brother, his nephew, Davido, visited the same president in Lagos. And the APC, you know, should frown at it and say, oh, maybe he's trying to cross carpet, maybe he's looking for soft landing for next year's election. And they granted the press conference to say no space in Osun APC. The governor can visit whatever, but then, the Osun APC, I mean the Osun PDP, through Oladele Bamiji, and the party said he has the right to visit the president. He's the governor of his state. The president is the president and the father of the country. They might have shared so many things, but so if the APC, I mean the PDP in Osun State can explain it away and say Adeleke has a right to visit and he's okay, how come Segun Sowunmi is being, you know, vilified for visiting the same president in the same Lagos?
It's not the same scenario.
How, Prince?
Segun Sowunmi is known to be the spokesperson of Asiwaju's major opponent, that is Atiku Abubakar. So he has that tag, he has that name. He does not have that moral right to now visit Asiwaju. No, it's a wrong perception, it's a wrong signal to the masses. Talking about Adeleke, we should pray to God to have the kind of family that Adeleke is. Davido is an internationally recognized artist. The president will be proud to sit with him, just like he would do with any footballer, any athlete that makes the company proud. Dr. Deji Adeleke is a renowned businessman who does business in Nigeria and internationally, just like Dangote. The president will be proud to sit beside him and to have a discussion with him about economy, about employment, about many things. Senator Ademola Adeleke is a governor. The president will be proud to sit with him and ask questions. What is happening in Osun? How are you performing? I'm impressed with your performance, and you know, they have reason to visit the president. And what is wrong in visiting the president of the nation if there is that connectivity and that connection?
The same question, Prince Odunode. If it's good for Adeleke, how is it bad for Sowunmi? They are both of the PDP.
Adeleke is a governor. What is the position of Sowunmi?
Does that matter?
You know the position of Sowunmi to be the symbol of Atiku, just like a Buala. What has Buala done that is different from what Sowunmi did now? There is no difference. And what we are saying is, if Sowunmi should so condemn Buala, now that he has done his own, what will you say about himself? And I continue to ask the question, what signal, what message is his visit to the president sending?
PDP has visited the president, granted. Adeleke, you said Segun Sowunmi is the symbol, you know, of Atiku Abubakar.